CCNA, CCNP, or CCIEs, often they have to build labs, whether because they're studying to take an exam or because they want to learn a new technology. And during these studies, they will often have to build labs. Now, the challenge with building labs is that if you want, for instance, to learn OSPF, you will have to choose a topology, choose the network devices, make the connections, assign the IP address, and only then start actually studying OSPF, how to implement OSPF on those network devices. Now, this process of building the network topology is considered to be like the heavy lifting of the study, and when you're building the topology, you're not actually already studying. And so it would be better if we could just delegate this task to someone else to build the topology for us, to build the initial lab for us, and so that we can only focus on the technology that we want to learn. And now with AI, we can do that. Actually, we can use AI to build the network topology with the network devices that we want and with the routing protocol that we want, and only then we can start actually study or focus on the technology that we want to study. And so that's what I'm going to show in this video. I'm going to show you how to deploy Cloud Code to build network topologies on Cisco CML. Now, if we go to Cisco CML, I'm using the Cisco CML version edition that allows you to run up to 5 devices at the same time. As you can see, I don't have any topology, any lab right now, and we're going to ask Cloud Code to build us a network topology with the network devices, with the IP address and OSPF enabled on those devices. And to do that, we're going to use Cloud Code running on a Ubuntu machine, and later we're going to connect with Cisco CML via CML MCPs. Okay, to do that, we're going to use Cloud Code running on a Ubuntu machine, and later we're going to connect to Cisco CML via CML MCP package. Okay, we're going to follow this step-by-step process, and you can get it directly in the video description, so you can follow along. And so I'm not going to upgrade, but I'm just going to update my system. So let me bring the terminal here. Okay, just paste this. That shouldn't take long. Okay, great. So now let's install Python and some libraries there. Okay, next we want to just validate that Python was successfully installed. Okay, done. So next we're going to install UV. Okay, looks like it was installed, and now we have to run this command here at the end. So I'm just going to copy and paste. And next, let's just make sure that it was installed as well. Okay, done. And so next we're going to install Node.js. Okay, and next we're going to install actually Node.js package. Okay, let's validate that it was installed, and also VM. Okay, so great. So next we're going to install Cloud. I'm going to copy this and paste. Okay, installation was completed. Okay, we can validate as well. Okay, so we have Cloud running, which is great. So now we want to authenticate Cloud Code, and to do that, so let's see which directory what do I have here. I'm just going to create a new directory and call it Cisco CML. So we're going to deploy our project inside this folder. So now I'm going to open Cloud. Because this is the first time, I'm just going to accept the defaults, and I'm going to use Cloud account with subscription. So if you don't have a subscription, you can also integrate Cloud Code or use Cloud Code with Olama running locally in your machine. But in this video, I'm going just to cover how to use it with my subscription. Okay, so next we're going to register the CML MCP server, and to do that we're going to copy this command. Okay, so let me open my text editor. Just going to paste it here, and here you want to change some parameters. So for instance, let me remove some check spelling. Yes, so for instance, Cisco CML username, just make sure that if you're using admin, that's what you should have here. And the CML password, then you're going to change to the password you're using, and also then you're going to set the username and password for your network devices. So admin as the username, then you're going to set the password here. And if you want to also set the enable password, you're going to set it here. Another thing to take into account is that you shouldn't have a space in the name. So here I'm just going to set Cisco and Labs here, and that should be enough. So just going to grab all of these and paste directly on the terminal. And I did this before, and as you can see now I have just make sure that this was added to your cloud.json file, and you can see that I have Cisco Modeling Labs there. So now let's go to the next step, and is actually to make sure that cloud is able to connect to Cisco CML. Now you might want to wait a couple of seconds because it might take some time to establish the connection between cloud and Cisco CML. Okay, and we can see that it says that Cisco CML is connected, which is great. Okay, so now let's run cloud. Okay, and just make sure that we have our MCP there. Okay, it's connected. Okay, which is great. And we can run the first command, and it is to check the status of our CML server. So let's run this command and see what we get. So right now will be cloud interacting directly with Cisco CML, and we want to approve. So now let's see what we get back. Okay, so everything is operational, the controller is on the computer, and it's fully ready to run labs. Okay, so now we at this stage, which means that we can actually ask Cloud to build us a network topology. So I'm going to bring this in a different window here so that you can see how Cloud Code will be building the lab topology. And so I have a basic example here. So another thing that we can do to give some context about what we want to do with this assistant is to tell it exactly what it will be doing. So I'm just going to copy all of these. I think it should be here. Copy, and if we go back to our CLI, so I'm going to exit this and just paste this here. So we should have our file there. Okay, so let me open cloud again. So now every time we open cloud, it knows what its main role. Okay, so let's start by using this example. So create a new CML lab called OSPF test lab. So I'm just going to change the name because I used this name before. So I'm just say, okay, create a new CML lab called OSPF lab. Let me bring this here. Okay, and we want to approve this and already created them. Okay, so the second step, we don't need an external connector actually. I'm just going to add 2 IOL routers, 1 unmanaged switch. see. So we should see 3 devices being added in the network there. Okay, so let's approve this. Okay, so let's confirm. Okay, 3 nodes added, which is great. Okay, so the next step will be connect both routers to the switch. We're not going to use the external connector, so we're just going to connect both routers to the managed switch. You can see R1 connected to switch 1 and R2 is connected to switch 1. Okay, so give each router, so next step, and configure OSPF router. And you can say if we want the AI, because it now has an idea of what we're trying to achieve, it's going to give a recommendation of what should be the next step. Okay, done. And even assign the router ID, which is great. Okay. And also a loopback interface, although we didn't say to add a loopback interface. Okay, so now we're going to ask to start start the lab. Yeah, just going to remove these. We can see that now it's going to change to on. Okay, the lab is on. So if we open this, see that we have R1, switch 1 and R2. Now at this stage we should have all the devices running, and if we check the routing table on one of those devices, we should see that they are exchanging the loopback interfaces via OSPF. So all nodes in OSPF are up and running. R1 have all reached a stable state, although switch 1 shouldn't be running OSPF. You can now send CLI commands to verify the OSPF adjacency on either router. Okay, so show the OSPF enable table on router 1. Let's see what we can get back. Okay, so you can see this is R2 information. It's state full DR of how long it's been up, is in full DR state, and the adjacency is up and routes are being exchanged. Has been elected designated router on the segment. Okay, so the last command will be to ask to draw a rectangle between the 2 routers. Okay, and let's see what it's going to look like. And so the information that we got from Cloud Call, if we want, we can also check directly on those devices. So let's see, it's running. Let's actually go to CLI console, open console. Okay, so IP route OSPF, we should see R2 loopback IP address on OSPF routing table. If we run show IP OSPF interface brief, we can see on which interfaces we have OSPF enabled. So let's see, OSPF was enabled at the global process mode, which is great. And this is how you can use AI to build network topologies on Cisco CML. So if you took a value from this video, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll see you on the next one.